Welcome back, it's Emo Pandas with another quick tip video. We're back here on A site in Dust 2, and I'm going to show you some more tips about defending from this box. And I got my assistant Pookie over here. There she is. Got her. And we're going to basically show just some things to keep in mind when you're defending from this box, some nade bounces, tips, tricks, stuff like that. So, one thing to remember, if somebody goes into pit from long, even if you're peeking it, you won't see them until they peek you in pit. You ain't going to see them jump, you ain't going to see them do anything. In fact, she's already in pit right now, and I don't even see her unless she peeks. Wherever she's at, there she is. But if they come wide or close, you can obviously see them. Or not close, you can't see them close, but you can see them coming wide. Really easy. Peek them from the spot, peek them from the side once they get close enough.
Nice shot.
So, let's say they're about halfway up long, right about where she's at, and they're kind of pushing you fairly quickly. A couple things you can do. Usually what I do beforehand, if I even see anybody long, I toss this smoke out there like that, because that stops the person in pit really being able to pick you, except for right here. Now, a lot of people won't push through smoke, at least if they're smart, they won't. And you can actually, with that smoke there, you can kind of safely peek out and just take some free fire shots right there if they're coming up close. But if you've done that, they're still pushing, they don't care about the smoke, you actually toss this nade out right there, and that'll go bounce out right in the middle of mid, right where she's at. So if you can kind of judge where they're at, it's really good. Another one, same thing, same spot, just pull back, walk backwards when you toss it, and it'll blow up right at crossover. So if you hear the smoke, you hear them start to walk, you hear mini footsteps really close, you can easily do that and give them some damage. Next up is going to be this flashbang. It's extremely helpful if you can practice it. It does take some practice. That spot right there is where you're going to want to aim. You're going to want to be right about here. See where that brick is, a little dirtier brick there. And you want to aim right there and take one step, toss it, and it'll pop out right out by long. But it does take some practice to get it mastered. Even I'm not the best at it. But it has saved my life plenty of times. And it blinds them for, it's not a full blind, depending on how close they are. But if they're anywhere out there in long, it's not going to be a full blind. It's going to be a partial blind. So just keep that in mind when you peek. They're not going to be blind forever. And don't peek too soon like that. Now, we're going to go over the grenades on Cat. That pretty much covers long. I already talked about defending, reloading, stuff like that. But that's some useful flashbangs nades to help you out. So, once she gets up on Cat, I'm going to show you some useful stuff for Cat. Also, crosshair placement. Remember this line is your guide for catwalk peeking. This line right here, because it's going to be headshot level. Now, one thing to remember is this box and this box. You can actually shoot through both these boxes almost up to these paper dots here. Whatever, paper labels, whatever you want to call them. And so you can actually get wall bangers all the way. See how my bullets went through that? If you're defending this box and you're like way close to this corner, you can actually get killed very easily with that. Along with, on Cat, if you got somebody peeking goose over and over and over again and you know they're there, you can actually spam through the corner of this box right here and hit them. See the hit model there? It works out good if you know they're rushing Cat, or there's just an opera peek in there, you can do some more damage to them. Another good thing is grenades. There's a couple on Cat, which usually there is. If you line up your crosshair right where that little circle thing meets the top of the roof, pull down a little bit, and then walk forward and toss that nade, it actually goes off just about perfectly in this little cubbyhole right here, where there's always an opper trying to peek you, peek goose, peek Cat, peek whoever. Another thing is the smoke, which is useful. If you don't use it out long, if you're not here alone, you toss the smoke out long, get the defense long, so they got to come up, force them to come up so they can't utilize pit. You can come over here, line your crosshair up with this wall right here, bring it down to about that center line, run, toss it, and it'll go off right here, forcing them to come around here. See, there she was. forces them to come around here, they can't peek goose or anything like that. So it forces them to come out there. If they're going to keep rushing, they're just going to come out here and just knock them off one by one as they rush. One other thing is if they get all the way over here, which they usually do, behind the box on A site, it's really annoying because they can keep popping out, shooting at you, popping out, shooting at you. But if you have anything stronger than an M4, I believe the AUG and the SSG should work with this. You can actually aim right about here. I think it's right above this 2 mark. And nope. You can spam through this box with an op. Yeah, that actually hit her. And you can do this from cat. So if you notice over there, just hit him right at the neck. Another thing is with your rifles and handguns, you can actually shoot through this box in its entirety right here. So if you know somebody's there, you don't even got to peek them to kill them. You can just stand back there, unload on this arrow, which is usually where they're going to be at, and just kill them. It's nice because it saves you getting killed. And they're going to be like, you're a hacker, but you're actually not. You're just smart. Anyways, that was another quick tip video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share your tips, and I might have them in our next video.